Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's live. Thank you for joining. I'm sorry we're running a little bit late, but I've been working on um, a few things for the EB1A um, applicants. But first, before we start, I wanted to talk about some of the criteria that um, uh, that I'm when I do my consultations, there's so much misinformation about. So one of the criteria that um, I wanted to discuss, and I'll be discussing different ones in different lives, but the one I want to talk about today is published materials about you. So let me see if I can pull up. Uh, Let me share my screen and hopefully pull this up for you. Um, okay. So, publish material about you in professional or major trade publications or other major media. So, again, a lot of confusion about this criteria. So, oftentimes, when applicants have um, an achievement, an accomplishment, it can make the news, it can make trade papers or podcasts, things like that, but it's about what you've accomplished as opposed to um, about you. So that's the difference. This criteria is particularly about material published about you. So it should be like an interview with you where you're mentioned. Um, you can be discussing your accomplishments, but it should have your name in the publication or media. So what would qualify as a publication or media is can be like I said, podcasts. It can be, I don't know, YouTube, things like that, but it has to be in your field. So whoever is um, conducting the interview with you or writing about you, it should be in a media publication, paper that is in your field and really well known in your field. So I wanted to point that out because, again, there's so much misinformation. But let's just say you had your accomplishment or achievement in the news, but they don't mention you as the one who achieved it. It's just kind of a blanket um, story about this, unique innovation. You can still use that in your EB1A visa application, but it would not be under this criteria. So, okay. And as I mentioned early in the beginning of this live, I have been working on this masterclass. It's an online course specifically for tech professionals. Um, it's called Crack the Code, Debugging the EB1 visa for tech professionals. And the reason I wanted to do this course, particularly tailored to tech professionals, is because, again, so much misinformation and confusion, especially, the EB1A often, when people think of it, they think of maybe people who've published a lot of papers or have a lot of citations, but the EB1A is its own little bubble, I would say, with its own special criteria. And you cannot use that criteria. It's not a blanket set of criteria. It's a particular set of criteria that USCIS will look for tech professional applications. So, as you can see here, it's a deep dive into this. It's based on knowledge that I have obtained working with USCIS over and over and over on these applications. And I wanted to share that knowledge with you. So you can pre-order this class. Um, and up until November 1st, there will be a opportunity to have a 30-minute evaluation session with me. So it's I guess, a bonus until November 1st. So along with this course, you will get the bonus of a 30-minute consultation with me. I recommend booking that as soon as possible because it's only available until November 1st. And so, what are the goals of the masterclass? Let me quickly run down. Um, and I just know from doing all these consultations that this is going to be useful for people. Um, you will get out of the class an understanding of how to use the EB1A criteria specifically for you in a STEM field. And then once you know that, once you know how it applies to you, because it applies to the STEM fields very differently than any other field, you will understand the strategies about how to best showcase your accomplishments. And then finally, the class will cover how to avoid the pitfalls that I commonly see in these tech EB1A applications. So it's a very quick rundown what I just spoke about today, but there's more information on our sale or pre-course pre-order page. Um, and the course is about 8 classes long. We'll cover how you should define your field, how you should draft testimonial letters to be the most convincing. So if you go to our pre-order page, you'll see all the information about how to sign up and also what the course will cover. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you live soon.